Hi, welcome to A Week in Walford, the EastEnders review programme hosted by two people who are very glad that Robbie Jackson is not their godfather or spiritual guide. My name's Johnathon Hughes.
And I'm Sarah Doran.
This week's headlines: Stuart hams it up.
Judge Jean.
And Jay is unlucky in love. So, another week in Walford, another discussion about Stuart's endless revenge, but things did hot up, literally. We're all waiting for Stuart's revenge to kind of get a bit more exciting, and he really pulled it out the bag, didn't he, with all those pizzas being delivered.
Yeah, who would say no to a bit of ham and pineapple, eh? A hot Hawaiian.
10 hot Hawaiians.
Aloha Mick.
Could you have handled 10 hot Hawaiians, do you think?
Easily, just get me a few lays around my neck, you know?
They were laying it on rather thick with Stuart, do you like that?
I do. I like that joke, Johnny.
Yeah. So Stuart finally got arrested as well, which we thought was going to bring this whole plot to an end, but
we wished.
I know, it didn't seem to, did it?
No.
I thought it was a bit weird because a few weeks ago, Tina told the police her horrible story about being locked in a boot with the D-mob playing on the car stereo, and no one believed her. And then now it was like Jane Tennyson was interviewing Stuart.
I know, it's like, oh, sorry, a man comes along and tells you it happened to him, and then you're going to totally believe it then. Yeah,
that was a bit tricky, wasn't it? What message is that? So, yeah, he was arrested, but then still got released, presumably pending further questioning. I don't really know. Another weird thing about this week and this development was Halfway believing for even 2 seconds that he believed his brother over Whitney.
I just kept calling him half-wit all week. Like, obviously I ship it, clearly, Halfway and Whitney. It's called half-wit.
Half-wit? I've never thought of that. That's great. And
this is what the boys get me in for every once in a while during your summer holidays.
Get the gold, get the gold.
Yeah, make the most of me. The Irish guest stars. We'll talk about that later.
We'll talk about the Irish guest later. So, but yeah, a bit half-witted because I didn't really believe that he wouldn't.
Why would you just trust it immediately? Why wouldn't you have a single conversation with your girlfriend? I completely get, and they did kind of set this up. You know, he felt like Whitney was out of his league.
Yeah.
He obviously doesn't feel very self-confident.
Yeah.
But still, there's a certain point at which it's like, you have a relationship with this girl.
Yeah.
She's come looking for you. She's been calling you.
Yeah.
I mean,
why are you then believing your kind of crazy, evil soap villain brother?
And then,
I don't know.
And then, like, listening to obviously what Stuart said to him, you know, taking on this thing about Mick, but going and talking to Whitney, and Whitney saying, listen, I know what men like this are like, because of obviously Whitney's past, she's been groomed. And then him going, oh yeah, with your past. It's like, well, actually, her past is quite serious.
Yeah.
And should be taken quite seriously, I think.
Yeah, it was a bit flippant, wasn't it? That reference to Whitney's backstory. Also, in a kind of weird, uncomfortable moment when Stuart was getting Dennis to like do his dirty work, was it a little bit groomy?
I thought so. It's like, boys like me and you need to stick together. We're bad boys. I've not got sweeties in my pocket, though.
I don't like that.
No.
I don't like that.
Bit strange.
Bit strange. I also didn't like the chin-up princess motif. You know, that was the line that Halfway recognised as, you know, meant... it was something that Stuart had said and it proved he was guilty and all of this. Isn't princess like copyright Dirty Den /
I thought so.
Gavin Sullivan even? Get a new reference.
I just felt like, where's Sharon?
Where is Sharon? Sharon would
not
be happy.
Where is Sharon? What's Dennis doing?
Actually, yes, where is Sharon?
Where is Sharon? And how is Dennis getting into the Vic? Like, I'm sorry, a pile of pizzas and a scooter stealing.
A ped.
Oh, a ped. Yeah. A ped pilfering would not be enough, I think, to distract absolutely everybody, to stop a very obvious... I mean, Dennis is quite grown up now. He's a tall enough lad getting up the stairs where Linda's supposed to be in bed.
Why did she hear him?
Yeah.
So many questions. I'm sure we'll be discussing Stuart's revenge plot for years to come. Let's hope not. On to other matters, though. We've got Judge G. Now, you're a big Jean Slater-Walters fan, aren't you? Queen Jean, you call her.
Absolutely love Queen Jean.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with her this week. I felt like she was a wee bit pious.
Do you think? What was that?
I don't know. There was just something about when she was in the hospital and, you know, they'd gotten the scan.
Oh, Hayley had a baby scare.
Yeah, and she was sitting down and, you know, she's under a lot of stress, okay? She's saying a lot of things that aren't pleasant about the child, you know, whatever. But then Jean just absolutely bawled for her. I actually sat back and said, geez, she must need a breath after that. I thought her face was still red. She's full on screaming. It felt like an episode of Jeremy Kyle where Jeremy goes backstage and goes, hold on, you're not coming on my show to say that. Get out there! Get out there!
Take your responsibility seriously.
Yeah.
Oh, imagine, like the Gene Kyle show. Sorry, but I think you should be a father to the baby. It was really. She was a bit scary, a bit screamy rather than Queenie Jeannie.
Yeah.
I don't know. I also thought we had a little central casting middle class man in a suit who likes a bit of rough in Dodgy Dave, who was Hayley's non-baby daddy, the guy that Jean tracked down thinking he was the father of the child. Did we like him? Did we think he was like Rent-A-Posh?
I mean, at the end of the day, that's exactly what he was. Just Rent-A-Posh. It felt like, you know, back when Dominic Treadwell Collins used to run the show and he joked about how he was best pals with Benedict Cumberbatch.
Oh, yeah,
you know, this is the role Cumberbatch had been born to play. Yeah, I'm sorry, Dave.
Maybe he just dropped out at the last minute. Benedict Cumberbatch. You know. I think he was doing Doctor Strange 2 or something. Yeah, never mind.
He couldn't be rented just to say, you know, derogatory things to a woman who was probably of a different class.
Just call her a tart and sort of be done with it. Did you also notice where Hayley, Jean and Dave met up in secret?
Oh, Johnny, our favourite cafe.
The Cafe of Secrets. Joanna's Cafe. So in EastEnders, if you want to go for a cup of tea, should we go for a cup of tea? Should we go to the cafe? Yes, but please answer the following question. Do you have a very big secret that you do not wish any other character to know? Yes or no? Yes?
Yes.
Then we're going to Joanna's Cafe, because that's the Cafe of Secrets. People go to Kathy's Cafe just for a cup of tea. But yeah, if you've got a big thing that no one else knows about.
I hear Joanna bakes the secrets into her sausage rolls and that's what makes them so juicy.
That's on the menu. I'm definitely going to that cafe. That Jean could have delivered a sausage surprise. A sausage roll surprise.
Surprise! I'm having your baby! But the pastry's really flaky, so that's all that matters.
Oh, so yeah, Joanna's Cafe, I'm sure we'll be there again. Our final topic of the week is poor old Jay. Now, Jay looked like he was going to get a new love interest with Jessica. I think, is it Jessica Jones? Is the character?
Yeah, Jessica Jones.
There's surely some copyright going on there. So yeah, Jay not going to have a romance with part-time sex worker Jessica Jones. She's very, open about what she does and why shouldn't she be? It's,
she's a woman of the world.
It's the 21st century. Let's just get over it. But it made me think that Jay's girlfriends or potential love interests, the kiss of death, really, because he never keeps hold of him. It always ends very badly, particularly Abby, who had a long-term relationship with.
If he just kept hold of her, maybe she wouldn't have fallen off that roof.
Literally.
I'm sorry, it was a terrible circumstance. Abby, R.I.P.
He wasn't there to hold her off that roof.
He wasn't there to look after her when she was in the hospital for weeks
wasn't there
either,
at
and he
all.
forgot she even existed.
If we do think back to Christmas, he was trying to get off with Whitney, I think, on New Year's Eve while Abby lay dying.
Well, look what happened to Whitney this week. It really is the kiss of death, isn't it?
Jay's kiss of death. Jay also had that ill-advised romance with Lindsay /Star. Who
can't really joke about that.
I know, lied about her age, put him on the sex offenders register. Yeah, that wasn't very good. So another failed romance for Jay. But you noticed that the Irish contingent are infiltrating Walford still with the lovely Jessica. Is she known to Irish viewers?
Tara Lee, who was in The Fall for a while with James Doran.
Yeah.
She was in an RTE drama called Raw. So RTE is our BBC, for those who aren't watching in the Republic or the North. And then, we had Denise McCormick, formerly of Red Rock.
Ciara Maguire.
Ciara Maguire.
We loved her. I hope she comes back one day and she talks like this and doesn't take off her red coat.
She's great. She's absolutely great.
Was she on Strictly in Ireland? Dance with
Stars? She was Dancing with the Stars in Ireland. She got to the final. She was robbed. But she just rings it up. But it's like, Ian, Jesus, I need a stash of sausage rolls. I don't know why I'm talking about the sausage rolls this week. I'm obsessed with the sausage rolls this week. Maybe I should have a sausage roll for tea. Yeah. But yeah, so that's her. And then coming up, we've got, is it Sean Mann? Sean
Mann is going to play Mel's ex.
And he was a villain on Red Rock as well.
Red Rock's a feeder for EastEnders.
Completely, it's your feeder school. So listen, young actors of Ireland, perhaps. If you want to get on to EastEnders, call up Red Rock's casting directors. Get your kids on the list nice and early. I believe there's like a 10-year waiting list for this.
Just do it now.
Anything to get on EastEnders,
That's what you've got to do.
Or alternatively, just be some sort of Irish legend.
Just be an Irish legend. Well, I mean, join us next time. We're taking a little summer holiday, so we'll be back in a fortnight, and we'll see if, I don't know, Dana has popped up in...
Maybe Enya. Maybe even me. I fill in for David Brown every now and again. Maybe I can fill in for...
Kira Maguire. There you go. Well, join us next time for another week in Walford.